You just muted, dumb fuck.
What's up, Tony? What you say?
Oh, I thought you accidentally muted.
No. I was just showing some love, bro. What's going on?
Good.
How you doing, Tony?
What's good,
What's going
Tom?
on, bro?
What up, Tom?
What's happening, man? Tony!
Hey, Tommy!
Tony! What's happening, bro? What's going
What's
on
up?
with you?
What do you read? What are you talking about right now?
I just got to the post with Oakes being dropped from Cloud9 and then picking up Wevy. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, Tony, that, Oakes needed to go. I think he's still, like, pretty new to COD. Obviously, he was very far behind. But what do you think about them picking up Wevy? What do you think about that?
I like it. I mean, I think Wevy played pretty phenomenal at the event, didn't he? I feel like his team wasn't the best, but I'll tell you what, real quick about Oakes. I messaged Oakes when I saw this, and I was like, hey, bro, like, I don't really know you, but I want you to keep your head up because, like, you were frying in challengers. I think you went up too early. I'm sure your confidence isn't there, but, like, bro, just get back to work. Like, you have a lot of potential here. Don't be discouraged about this bullshit. Act like this never happened.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because I actually do think Oakes has gotten a lot of hate. It's been hard to defend him, but he was good in challengers before he went up. He just went up way too soon.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was just saying that, like, he just didn't have any experience. He really didn't. He really did go to the league. He went from Fortnite to COD to the league so fast. It's like he was rushed in there. He took the chance. He took a chance on himself, and obviously things didn't play out. But I agree, Tony. I agree. Sometimes going back to challengers and working on your craft and just becoming a better player is good for some of these guys. Somebody
100%.
like Oak is like he's just gonna get better playing challengers and learning the game and getting more comfortable. You know what I mean?
I like Wevy though.
Nice of you to reach out to him.
No, I like Wevy though. I think Wevy actually might have a little more Call of Duty confidence. Like, think Oakes right now. Like, Wevy's been grinding COD underage for a while. Like, I was playing this guy in S&D Chals last year. Yeah. Everyone's kind of known him as good. Like, he's kind of already been gassed, like, low-key. I don't know if that's low-key, but it feels low-key. I think he'll be good. Because even when I saw him playing with the Shrub, like, he was frying, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of like he's more of like a sub-player, right? He's like a flex, or is he like a flex?
I think he's a flex. He's quick.
He's like a quick flex.
I think he can. He is quick. He is individually raw. Like, he is raw. I don't know if you've seen his POV a lot, but he's snappy. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. Like, I can actually see Cloud9. Like,
yo, Capo with a resub for 3.
Maybe.
Thank you.
I mean, bro, I don't think Nezra's bad by any. I think Hyde obviously has some upside as well. I think Hyde has.
But then Hyde at the event, bro. He had. I feel like, what was it? The exposure hard point. I was like, yo, Hyde is frying right now.
Bro, Hyde has potential. Listen, hold on. I want to say something because I see this whole chat like Cap, really Cap. They Cloud9 suck, and this and that. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, and this is no shot at Oakes, but like Oakes obviously was pretty far behind in terms of just like he just didn't know what was going on. Like, he's just so new to everything. I don't think Encourage and Nezra have performed that bad. I really don't think so.
They've been inconsistent, but they've shown a lot of promise.
But it's going to be hard to be consistent when you're playing with players who are very new to this and don't know how to play the game, right? Like, you're kind of having to micromanage a lot of things. Like, it makes the game harder. I mean, bro, I don't think they've been as bad. Like, if you look at them individually, like, Nezra has had maps where he's popping off. Encourage has had maps where he's popping off. Same with Hyde. He's had maps as well where he's popping off. Now with Wevy coming in, like, if these guys can get on the same page and actually learn how to play the game the right way, because we've seen glimpses of them doing the right things. It's just the consistency from them that we don't see. Like, they're able to take maps off of some of these teams. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, they suck and they can't win maps. Like, they could actually win maps and potentially win series if Wevy can come in and kind of be that extra push that they need. Would you agree with me on that, Tony? Or do you think 100%. They're still chalked?
Well, they're chalked in the terms of they're not making champs, obviously. Like, that's not even remotely a conversation.
You're still thinking about Major 4 and EWC. That's
still
something to look
this
forward
team's
to.
goal, I think, I don't know for sure, but this team feels like a team that, first and foremost, they want to try and get Wevy because they probably think Wevy's got some decent stock. He might go elsewhere. Let's get him quick. They want to evaluate the roster, continue to improve, and I wouldn't be shocked to see them change again before EWC because they obviously have a guaranteed EWC spot. But I think they're going to give this a go. It's like you said, they see promise in Nezra and Encourage, definitely. Like, I think those are the top two for sure. You replace Oakes, who's been a weak link, unfortunately. And Hyde has been, like, hit or miss, but Hyde's peak is high.
Yeah, just to read some stuff, like, in the chat, like this guy said, so you're saying that they don't know what they are doing, so add an 18-year-old who also doesn't really know what he's doing does make sense to me.
Hold on, let's talk about this real quick. Yeah, but Tom, hold on. But who do you guys think they're going to go get? Who
Yeah,
do
that's
you?
also another thing.
Who the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
do you
also another
think
thing.
that's developed and has a lot of experience is going to accept the Cloud9 offer right now?
Yeah, they're not gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. Somebody said scump. Yeah, that, and on top of that, Wevy's also been playing COD for years. Bro, that guy's been playing COD since he was probably like 14, 15 competitively. Like he's been playing COD for a really long time. Like where with Okas was so new to COD, right? He didn't play COD. Okas was playing Fortnite. And he came to COD, played challenges for a month or two, and then just went to the league. Like it's like, bro, I don't even know. Like Okas was still learning in challengers. Like we were still trying to help him learn some stuff in challengers. I mean, we were getting top 16 in challengers, right? So like they were definitely behind. I mean, listen, obviously Wevy's young. The whole team is young. Hyde is still in fucking high school, for Christ's sakes. I mean, he's literally he's got high school homework to do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, bro, clearly they're a young team. I think Arian's gonna have a lot of work to do with these guys because they're all very young. But I think from a talent perspective, like I think Wevy's gonna help them get more kills. Can we all agree on that, Chet? Can we all agree that Wevy's gonna help them get more kills?
Yeah, you should.
Because I think Webby mechanically and talent wise is a very good player. I mean, he should help them get more kills on a map, which ultimately will help them. It'll help make the game feel easier and flow better for sure. Right? So like we'll see. I mean, we'll see how they end up playing out. But I mean, Tony, you're right. I mean, there's only so many players they can get. I mean, some of my players declined the spot. I know Cloud9 was hitting up some of my guys again. They declined.
Bro,
Right?
and
They declined.
in an alternate universe, Kips went to Cloud9. How insane is that? In a different,
Did that almost happen? That almost happened.
yeah, that almost happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We negotiated with C9, very, very, very favorable terms, and then luckily Toronto came knocking before Kips put any pen to paper.
Was he actually thinking about it? Was he thinking about that?
Yeah, he was going to
thinking about
accept it.
going?
He was
Oh,
going to
wow,
accept
that's
the offer.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Yeah, Kips and Renegade were very likely both going to go to Cloud9.
Yeah, that's actually fucking nuts.
And
That's
then as
actually
soon
fucking
as
crazy.
and then Toronto came knocking at the perfect time. Kips, of course, wants to go there. Without Kips, Renegade's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And now
What do
here
you
we
think
are.
about Dante? What do you think about Dante moving to a sub? I'll give you my thoughts, and then you can give me yours. But
Go ahead.
I was saying it's not that Dante can't run it. Like I feel like mechanically, talent wise, like Dante is more than capable of running an NPC for sure. Like there's no issue with that. I just know like as a sub player, like you need to be able to like hit timings, hit gaps, like hit that go button, like have that left stick and be able to get in the mix. And I can see Dante doing it. I haven't seen him ever be that type of player. You know what I mean, Tone?
Yeah.
Well, look at
Like
it
he's
now.
not.
Here's
He's
some.
never been that player. Like he's never been that play style. That's never been what he does. Right. So now I'm like, is he capable of doing it? Because now this game's kind of turning into 3, sometimes 4 NPCs, and it seems to me that Genemates have 3 ARs on a team. So I just don't know how it's gonna work. But what do you think about it? What do you think about Genemates picking up Nasty and moving Dante to kind of like more of that main SMG role? Because I feel like
I mean, they just
weird,
want.
right?
I
It's
mean,
weird,
I
yeah.
mean, they're looking at the firepower heavily here. They're like the way they view this is Envoy makes the right plays. I would go as far to say is that Envoy is definitely like the playmaker. Like at least he sets up the map the right way. He's not really making mistakes. He's doing the right thing. He's making everybody else feel comfortable. But I guess they feel like in order for them to get back to that Major 1 peak to like contend for championships, you also need to get kills. I think Dante is a lot better than the way he's been playing. Like I think he's one of the most talented players in the league. I'm not sure if that's crazy, but I do think Dante's talent's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of just banking on him figuring it out with the SMG. I also think he has a good COD IQ. Like I don't think Sib has always been a player that's able to turn it on and off. Like he has good pace variation. He can be quick. He can slow it down a sec. So I think it might work. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it might work.
Yeah, somebody in the chat, Connor, he said Nasty could play sub also. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, Connor. I do think that their play styles lean more towards an AR play style, but whether they can run a sub or not doesn't really matter. They have to run a sub. The way that this game is played now with the NPC, as we're seeing 3, maybe 4 now, that they have no choice, right, Connor? Like they have to run subs, right? So they're gonna have to make it work. So I'm not saying that it's not gonna work, right? I'll say that again. I'm not saying that they're gonna be bad and it won't work. I'm just saying it's weird. It's just a weird team. Like I don't know if it's gonna work. I have to see it. I
Well,
have to see it and see what they can actually do.
Here's the shitty part. I think Envoy gets fucked here because I was thinking in the car earlier, like where Envoy could go, and I'm like,
I don't
dude,
know where he's gonna do.
like,
I don't know where
like
he's gonna
in
go.
terms of teams that can perform at this level, it's essentially like maybe Falcons, but they're also coming off their best LAN event. Like Xnid just plays good. I don't know how they feel about making a change for Envoy. I don't know if they'd. I don't know. G2's weird, right? Because I feel like Kremp and Estriel, they're probably their top two. I think the conversation around G2 is the ARs right now.
I mean, yeah, but Tony, what I will say is if you're looking at a team like G2 and you're looking at the way that this game is played, I mean, leaning towards more of a submachine gun player might not be a bad thing with how this game is being played. I was talking about this on a flank, right? Because I forgot who was the player that I mentioned. I mentioned a player on the flank, and somebody on the flank was like, "Yeah, but then they have 3 subs," and I'm like, "Yeah, but we're sitting here talking about how the game is 3 subs now, sometimes 4." Right? So why is that an issue, right? Why is that a problem with how this game is being played? And I will say this again. If a sub player needs to transition and use an AR at certain times, I do think it's easier for sub players to transition and slow down and use an AR than it is for a more prominent AR to kind of change to a sub. I feel like it's easier to go from sub to AR than from AR to sub. And obviously it depends on the player and the play style and how talented they are. But if Envoy goes to G2 and they keep Estriel and Kremp, it's kind of interesting, you know what I mean? I mean, I definitely think that when you look at the ARs from G2, that's probably where they fault. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you had to choose between Caesar and Mamba, I mean, it's a tough call. I feel like Caesar's definitely kind of more the veteran, kind of. I feel like Caesar's had some up and down. Same with Mamba. I feel like with Mamba, he's just a little bit of a tweak. I feel like it's more of just like a confidence thing with him. Obviously, he's new to all of this, but I mean, what would you do if you were G2? Would you be interested in picking up Envoy? Because realistically, where else is he? He's not going anywhere else, like you said, Tony. He's not going to FaZe, not going to Optic, not going to Toronto, not going to Thieves, not going to Falcons, right? He's not going to Cloud. He's not going to these bottom teams like Cloud9, Vancouver.
Can you give me a second here?
Confident. He's getting called out a lot. Hey, Tony, what's going on?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Kyler. His grand finals KD in search is just low. It's on Reddit right now. They're talking about it. He's putting up a 0.68 right now in search in the grand finals. And I mean, I'll be honest, just from like watching Kyler, like I feel like it might be maybe he's too confident, right? Like it seems like he's getting caught out sometimes, maybe just too many solo plays. I think Kyler can fix this and turn this around. I really do. I think if he focuses on it and watches back the games and looks at like little things that he's doing, like I think this is fixable for sure. What do you think?
You're talking about Kyler's grand final search?
Yeah, grand finals S&D performance. He's so far in the grand finals this year in 16 maps, he has a 0.68 in S&D.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think of all players that's going to figure it out is Kyler. I mean, no one's putting in more time. No one's watching his own gameplay more.
Yeah, he's a workaholic.
Like I'm not worried at all of Kyler turning around a grand final search.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that who can fix. What is this for the league? How do the best challenger stoppers, stats and winning wise, fail in the league while seemingly less impressive challenger players turn out to be insane? Because when you get to the league, one thing that's really important when you get to the league is actually playing the game the right way and being a good teammate.
Oh, this one.
And sometimes people aren't trying to be bad teammates, but they are bad teammates. And a lot of that just comes down to listening and being a team player. And sometimes, like, a lot of people, some people don't give a fuck and don't care and just are bad teammates and have an ego. But some players definitely try and do care, but maybe it's just not clicking to them, right? Maybe they're just not the best team player. It's just a big difference when you go from the CDO compared to challengers because people are just so fundamentally sound. Like there's just so much more discipline in the CDL that you just get away with a lot less, to be honest with you. And you'll get punished for a lot more. If you make a mistake, if you do dumb shit, you're gonna get punished for it against the top teams. You are. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Are you talking about
challengers? I'm going through Reddit right now, Tony. I'm going through Reddit right now, talking about somebody on Reddit said, how do the best challenger stompers, stats and winning-wise, fail in the league, while seemingly less impressive challenger players turn out to be insane?
Gotcha.
So I was just giving my thoughts on that. I mean, what do you think, Tony? What do you think about that?
All right, let me read this. Sorry, I've been reading my chat a lot.
Yeah, I could tell. You seem a little distracted right now, Tony.
No, I mean, I get it. I mean, I expected tonight to go as it has.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, it was kind of the...
It's not weird that it's more so there are many challenger players who look very clear worse in challengers stat-wise and wins, but they join the league and turn out to be very good.
Hmm?
Who are they talking about? Like what What player was like very average in
Well,
challengers?
let's see. Let's
And
see what
then
they said. Don't even have to name the people who are constant 1.3s and challengers. It's not weird that they get stomped in the league. It's more so there's so many challenger players who look very clearly worse in challengers stat wise and wins, but they join the league and turn out to be very good. Countless examples of people running challengers, but it seems like the best players nowadays are the ones not being close to running the M scene. I'm not really too sure who he's talking
yeah,
about, to be honest with you.
I what are they talking about?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. Aren't most of the players that do well coming from challengers considered to be top tier challenger players? Who's the last bad challengers player to do well in a league? They don't even get to the league. Everybody in the CDO that played in challengers was a reaper.
Chaos
Is
with a
that
tier
true?
one.
Feel like the
Thank
people
you.
that fried in the league were all top challengers players? No, I don't think it's true at all. I think it's just more low key pro loop propaganda. Pro loop, pro loop, like pro loop winning but not getting
Yeah,
picked up.
Gopher. I'm
I mean,
getting
I'll
lit
be
up, brother.
honest though, because it's also
Welcome.
like people are looking at individuality as well. You know, it's a team game. Just because you're winning in challengers doesn't mean you're going to get picked up. Because there could be players who are playing on worse teams in challengers, right? And I mean, let's just be honest, right? Like the Bush have a team of four former pros, so obviously they're going to make runs. Like obviously they're going to go deep, or they have experience, they have veteranship. Like that's kind of like like they're going to do well. Like as a team, they're going to be a good team. Like the Bush have a great team. They really do. They have great players, right? But there might be a guy who's placing top 12 or top 16 who's really good, but not playing with that experience. And some teams in the CDL might look at that and see like they might see some potential in some other guys, right? I mean, I'll be honest with you. We'll see kind of how things play out. But Prolut's had his stints. I don't even think Prolut was that bad. I mean, he played with Optic, right? In
Wait,
Vanguard.
when's the last time we've seen Pro Loot in the Pro League?
Wasn't it Optic in Vanguard?
Was it Optic in Vanguard?
Well, I don't know. When was the last? Did he come in after that? Paris Legion, MW2.
Oh,
That's right.
MW2, Paris
Yeah,
Legion.
that's
Okay.
right.
So last time he was in was what? Was that 3 years ago? 4 years ago now?
Yeah. I mean, listen, Byron's good. I mean, Prolut's good. I mean, he's a good player.
I definitely think Byron deserves another chance. I
Yeah, I would
do.
give him another chance.
Bro, he's been
I mean, there's a lot of
dominating.
people who you could say that
He's been
about.
playing well and winning in challengers now for a long time. It's like that weird line of like everyone wants challengers to matter, yet you have a guy who is absolutely frying in challengers. Like how do you we haven't seen the guy at the pro level in 3 or 4 years. He's could have matured. He's could have gotten better. He's could have gotten better at that brings certain intangibles that help a team. Like also I think the team matters as well. How many situations have we seen where a player wasn't that great the first go around, they join a team and they look like a whole different player?
Well, could I give my an opinion on this? I feel like there's some players that are generational that can come in and with a one person change, they could be a big difference maker. But then I also think there's players who could come in that are good, but they're just not the biggest difference maker. Like you're kind of gonna need maybe one or two more. You're gonna have to make another change, right? You're gonna have to change up the whole flow. Like an example is Fire on Carolina. Like, do I think Fire's a bad player? No, I don't think Fire's a bad player by any means. But when he comes in, he does his thing. He does good, but it doesn't really change their team much. Like, it doesn't really do much.
Well,
It doesn't really move the
what you're
needle.
saying, Fire to Carolina?
Yeah.
I also think Exceed got worse. So I think Lurks has been like the only player, and also Craze has been underwhelming given what like the level I thought he'd be. I don't think Fire is like the reason. Like I don't think you can look at
But
Carolina
that's
and be
what I
like
said.
Carolina
So,
hasn't.
Tony, that's what I said. Like some of these players that come in, you're gonna have to make another one or two more
Yeah,
changes.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
okay.
can't just make one change with a player who's like good, but like I don't see them as like a generational talent where like, they're going to come in and just completely change the outlook of the team, right? Like they need to make more changes. They have to do more, right? Like bringing in Fire and making a one person change, that's not going to do anything, which goes back to my original point because we were talking about Pro Loot. You take Pro Loot and say you throw him on G2, I just don't think it's going to be a needle mover. I don't think it's going to move the needle enough, maybe a little bit, but I just don't think it's going to change it enough. I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference. Like, I really don't believe that. Like, I think Pro Loot's really good, but I think if you do pick up Pro Loot, like, depending on the team, you might need to make another change as well. You might need to make multiple changes.
Yeah,
All right. Do you guys agree with me on that, or do you not agree with me on
I get
that,
what you're
chat? Because
saying.
somebody, I mean, Blitz said I'm faded. Blitz, what do you think, Blitz? You think I'm faded?
I don't
Or
know
you
if it
guys
can.
don't agree with me on that?
I don't know because I don't know if it can hurt. Like, I don't know if it'll hurt. It might not move the needle a ton, but I get what you're saying. Like, a lot of times when you're talking about teams that are in that, like, 9, 8, maybe 7 range, it is tough for one player to just come catapult them. But there are, like, there are outliers, bro. Right? Like Neum, Kips, bro. Like, look at what Kips is doing.
Right. But, again, you look at Neum with Thieves, that's what I'm saying. Depending on the situation, for Neum going to Thieves, they don't need to make multiple changes. Bro, Neum went to go team with a BZ, Hydra, and Scrappy. Right? Like, that's a situation where a one-person change will be a drastic change to that team.
I see what you're saying now. Yes, I see what you're saying now.
Exactly.
Johnny would have primed for 10.
Some teams, they make this one-person change. They pick up these good players, but they're just lateral changes. You look at somebody like Prolu, or you look at somebody like Cammy, or you look at somebody like all these older
AD Cells would have resub for 29. Thank you, Cells. Appreciate you.
And it doesn't do anything. It just keeps them there. It just keeps them stuck and right where they are. And what I'm trying to say is you have to do more. You have to make more changes. You have to go and find these different talents and build a more of a cohesion team to where it's actually moving the needle instead of just doing these lateral moves. And then on top of that, it kind of sucks for those guys who are coming in. Like, Fire comes into Carolina, but like, he's not going to be able to change that team like drastically, right? If you throw Prolu in somewhere, he's not going to be able to change that team drastically, right? So it's like some of these teams, like, I don't think they're doing a very good job of looking at the overall composition of the roster from top to bottom. Like, they think these, like,
they're just not doing enough. Exactly. Like, they're not actually, like, they're not changing the actual DNA of the team. They're just making one move, and unless the person is fucking Homelander, it's not really going to move the needle.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, unless you're finding, like, a generational fucking talent who's coming in and he's just fucking godlike, you're like, holy shit, and this guy's fucking just going nuts, then it's different. Right? Also, by the way, before you muted out, I was going to ask you about Lurks. Apparently, Lurks is being held for $100,000, fucking 6 figures.
Yeah, that makes zero sense now, because at this point, you're just holding the guy back. Like, you're paying him not high. The kid's not going to champs. I don't really know what you're holding him for, because it's one thing if you're holding him and you plan to build, like, a good roster around him next year. It's one thing if you're like, yo, Lurks, we value you. You know, we're going to give you a little bump, and we're going to surround you with players that can make something happen. I don't really think Carolina's an org like that. I don't think Carolina is going to be able to deliver. It's going to be another Moneyball type situation where they're going to try to put something together and hopefully it works. But Lurks is now proven. Like, Lurks is now trying to elevate. He's obviously had interest to where people are demanding $100,000 buyouts.
And what's crazy about that as well? What's crazy about that is he's on a 1+1. So even going into next season, Carolina can think about holding him and just keeping him on the team. I mean, they have the right of first refusal. They can literally keep him on the team. If somebody doesn't want to pay that number or buy him out and they refuse to change that number, I mean, he might be stuck there unless somebody's willing to pay that number, which I'm going to be honest. I mean, unless it's like a top 3 organization who has the type of money, they're just not going to do that. You know what I mean? They're just not going to they're not going to spend that type of money. They're not. Right, so I don't know. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the guy just because I feel like Lurks. Imagine Lurks and Neptune running around the map together. Can you imagine that? I mean, that would be fucking phenomenal. That would be godlike.
I have to assume Gentlemates did reach out for him, right? Like, surely Gentlemates was one of the teams that reached out to, like, inquire about Lurks.
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did, Tony. I think they did. Right, like I'm pretty sure. Like, you know what I mean? We got a Luka tweeting gifts out and shit. Luka played well. I mean, Luka's been playing well. He has been. Luka's been doing his thing. I mean, there's a lot of talent in challengers, bro. There really is. I mean, there's so many people in challengers that are, like, actually good, that can actually, like, maybe, you know, I don't get this. Like, Future said, he fell off. I don't really understand, like, why people all of a sudden are like, oh, Luka fell off. He sucks. Like,
look at your phone real quick.
He just doesn't, though. He just doesn't suck.
Look at your phone real quick, Tom.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's usually how it goes. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. It'd be like that, Tony.
Absolutely.
Like that, you know, but
I did see that Ethan has a visa issue. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, bro. I really wish it was so much easier to get visas. Just snap your fingers and get a visa, but that's just not ideal. That you just can't do that.
Yeah, I think Toronto is the only team that has, like, a bit of a cheat code, I think. Like, Toronto's able to, like, it can happen quicker with Toronto. Everybody else, like, if you're a U.S. org, it takes a long time for that process.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you
No,
what though, I
100%.
can almost guarantee you Ethan will be in the league next year. Like he's gonna have a starting spot next year unless things don't go well the next couple tournaments. But that guy just came out of nowhere, was coming from the S&D community, frying, goes to his first major, fries. Like his stock is through the roof. Ethan will be in the league next year, I think.
Did you see this clip from the Slayer when he was talking about FaZe getting second placement and then
I
not
did
getting
see
second
that. I
placements?
did
Yeah,
see
that was
that, Tom.
hilarious.
I
It was
did.
literally the opposite. That was actually comedy.
Oh
Like,
no!
bro, I
Scared to
gotta
click
pull
on
that
this.
up. Yo, chat, I gotta pull that up on a flank next week. Yo, we gotta pull that clip up.
What do you think he's gonna say? He's gonna say, "Listen, Tom." You say, "Listen, Tom."
Yeah, I actually don't know what he's gonna say, bro. I actually have no idea. Yeah, I can't wait. He's gonna say it's AI or some shit.
What post are you at now?
Where am I? I think I'm pretty sure I caught up, bro. I'm pretty sure we saw some of this shit yesterday.
Talk about G2.
Yeah, I talked about G2. I talked about them. I mean, I think they should change. I mean, they're just, oh, here we go. What is this? G2 is so close. With Kremp and Estrio having a generational run, it's so sad to see Mamba and Skies costing them. G2 is close to emerging as a top 4 contender, but they need to swap out the ARs. Hopefully, we'll see Cammy get another chance, and maybe Ethan, Beans. We'd love to see G2 compete even further against the top teams. I honestly can't believe how good the Kremp/Estrio duo is. Isn't Beans rumored to be going somewhere? But we don't know where yet?
Yeah, because that Saudi league tweeted that ProLoot's taking his place because Beans is going to the league. So if you think about the options, right?
Is he going to G2?
I don't know. The only options I would say are G2. If Boston, because Nasty's potentially going elsewhere, and Surge.
I mean, I don't see why anybody would want to go to Surge at this point in time. Why would you want to lock yourself into a contract with Surge when you're not going to champs? You're probably playing with mid unless you actually are able to build a good team, which I don't know what's going on with that. Like what Gwyn is dropped and who else? Anybody else? I heard they were dropping the whole team except for Lunars. I already leaked that on the show. That's what I heard. I heard everybody was gone except for Lunars. So I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what Surge is. You're not going to Cloud9. Surge is fucking dog meat. You could go to Boston, but again, even with Boston, that's another team where it's you're kind of locking yourself into a place where it's kind of ass, right? Like if I'm Beans, I'm trying to get on G2.
100%. That's definitely the best place. See, here's the interesting part about Beans. I don't know if Beans would just take whatever offer. You know what I'm saying? Like if Beans gets a Surge offer, bro, Beans has high stock right now, and he's got a good team in P7. What's up, Wevy? How you doing, man? Do you think Beans would just accept whatever comes knocking?
No. I don't think he should. Because if you're Beans, you don't want to lock yourself into a shit team, and then you just ruin your stock even more going into next season.
No love you with a prime for 7. Welcome back. Thank you.
Look at how he's locked up, and look at what's happening to him. Right? But then you also look at people like Nezra on Cloud9, and he's rumored to be going to different teams, and people want him. Sometimes even if you're in a bad situation, you can make the most out of it. I mean, that's a decision he's gonna have to make. Those are hard decisions to be.
You hear about Wevy's agent? No, what do you mean?
Those are not easy decisions as players as to what to do when you're getting some of these offers from these bottom of the tier teams. Because it's also you also start thinking as a player, am I ever gonna get an offer again? Am I ever gonna get what happens if I don't take this offer and then next season I just don't get an offer, right? I mean, that's also something to think about as well. Right? If you're Beans, you might start thinking about stuff like that. You kind of take the opportunities as they come. But, I mean, yeah, if you're Beans, bro, I mean, I think we can all agree. G2 has to do something, I think, guys. I think it's time. I do think it's time. Or are they going to do something? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about G2.
I've heard nothing about G2, but my only question is, would they do a 1 or 2 person change? And, who do they value? Because I feel like recently Mamba's actually been turning it back up. I feel like at the event, he struggled maybe. It was Kremp and Estrio clear, top 2 on the team, not even close. And Mamba and Caesar, I feel like, will they try to replace both, or would it just be one?
I mean, realistically, I feel like they would just try and change for one. And if you think about it, I mean, a 1-person change could be a good thing for that team because I do think they have a good composition. You're not getting rid of Estrio Kremp. You're just not.
100%.
Right? I mean, it's just
the only thing I would say is, do you consider Envoy for Estrio? Or do you consider Envoy on a flex? I'm just trying to think because the reason I'm bringing this up is because
Estrio, 100%.
The only place that I think Envoy would be okay to go to at this point would be a G2 or a Falcons.
But let me tell you this: he's not going to Falcons. That's not happening unless they
Yeah,
literally get rid of
yeah.
Pred or Kismet. They're not getting rid of Kismet. They're not getting rid of Saud. That's long gone. You're not going to get rid of MC or Pred. I mean, bro, I don't see who's even droppable on that team. Okay, if you're sending somebody to G2 need to make a change. It's not going to be preferential. And I'll say this again: everybody keeps talking about how the game is 3 subs now, sometimes 4, right? So like, if you're G2, why not just drop one of the ARs and just pick up another sub and just do that? You're gonna have 3 subs. And then one of those that their 4th AR could turn into a 4 sub if they need it. And if they need another AR, they can still do 2 and 2. One of the subs is just gonna have to take a back seat and run an AR, which it's not gonna be Kremp, but it's not gonna be Ezreal, right? I mean, you're looking at somebody like Envoy. Like Envoy could probably run an AR, but I'm saying it might not even have to be Envoy. It could just be anybody, right? Like you can go out and get anybody. I'm just saying, like, people keep talking about these rosters and talking about like 2 ARs, 2 subs, but the way that the game's being played,
Victor, what's up, man?
You want to try and pick up the most talented, the most aggressive. You want to try and get that oomph into the roster. Like you want to try and get that pace. Like I just feel like the game has changed and evolved so much. Obviously, everybody's got to be able to run every gun. We've talked about this, how roles are like starting to go down. But I mean, if you're G2, you should probably be making some changes. I mean, I love all the guys at G2. I think they're all great guys. But you're just not getting the results that you want. And if they think that they can, right, you can give it another go at Major 4. But at that point, I mean, bro, if they get the same team going into Major 4, I mean, at that point, you're probably just keeping the team together for the rest of the year. You're probably just keeping it together. You know what I mean? You like guys? No, I don't like guys. I like the guys at G2, Prosper. You know what I'm saying? Come on. What's wrong with you? But I think G2 should do something personally. Are they gonna do something? I don't know. I don't think they are, based on from what I've heard. Which
I would like the Beans move though. I mean, I would like I do think Ben, the C9 situation was unfortunate, but you got a good sniper. He brings a lot of energy. He brings pace, especially in a fast-paced game right now. I would like that move. I just don't know for who.
It would have to be one of the ARs.
Well, definitely, but who? Like that's what I'm saying. Like between Mamba and Caesar, is there a clear cut? I feel like it's kind of day to day. I feel like Caesar had a tough major.
Yeah, he had a tough major, but I do feel like it's more that's something they would know. Just because they play every day, they're in the scrim room every day, right? Like who's bringing more value to the team, right? I mean, that's a hard decision to make. I feel like, to be fair, because even the chat, it's always half and half. I mean, I feel like most people are saying Mamba, right? But I mean, I don't know. Mamba's a weird one. I feel like Mamba still lacks like a little bit of that experience sometimes. Like I feel like he's getting there. We see stints of Mamba which is great, but we also see the same thing from Caesar, right? And you also know Caesar's a world champion. He's a champion. He's done it before. Like you know what Caesar's bringing to the table, right? So G2's in a weird spot, chat. They're in a really weird spot. I don't know what they're doing. If it was up to me, I would personally make a change, right? But they're quiet. They're just really quiet, guys. They're really fucking quiet. I don't know what they're doing. And who else? Between Cloud9, I mean, they're picking up Wevy. Boston, I mean, what does Boston do, chat? If Nasty goes and he goes and plays with the Jetamates, that opens up a spot at the Boston Breach. Granted, these guys are chalked for champs. They're not going to champs. But you do have an opportunity to either place well at Major 4 and you have EWC in Paris, right? So obviously, they're still going to try and build a roster that can compete. What do they do? Who do they get? What does the Boston Breach do? I mean, I see some people saying Cammy, right? I didn't leak anything. Chill. TK, what did you say, TK? What did you say, man? What's going on over there? Okay, talk to me. Talk to me, TK. Talk to me. All right, thank you to everybody coming in, man. Thank you so much for all the resubs coming in. We got my man Chef Dynasty. We got Ali coming in hot. We got Obog coming in hot with an 8 months. Thank you so much, Archetype. Thank you for the 12 months. We got Jacidic coming in hot with a 5 months. Matt Dollar with a 38. Kurikin with a 33 months. I am Kozik with a resub. Thank you so much for the 10 months. Adrian, Arsenic, Clippin, Rova. Thank you everybody coming in, man. I appreciate the support, guys. Tony, what does Boston Breach do? What do they do? I mean, clearly people are saying Beans. TK said, isn't Mamba already dropped? Okay, so TK said, isn't Mamba already dropped? So I don't know if TK
is that intel
or that might have been intel. TK, are you leaking? Are you fucking leaking?
I mean, TK's in those challenger circles, isn't he?
He's in those circles, man. He's in those circles. If anybody
Damn.
knows, it's people in challenges. I was talking to Vince about this because I was like, yo, like people gotta start keeping things in house. And Vinny was even telling me, he was like, bro, it's so hard to actually keep things in house because once these players get dropped and they go to challengers, right? Or people are changing in challengers, it's already hitting the challenger group chats because they're already looking for new teams. Or like, for instance, say
Mm-hmm.
Mama got dropped. Like he's already, if he can't find another CDL team, he's gonna be looking at challenger teams, and then challenger teams are just gonna start yapping and start talking, right? So it's like it's really hard to actually keep these things in house and to not leak this shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, hey, rumor on the streets, G2 might be getting rid of Mamba. I guess. I mean, if that's the rumor, I mean, we'll see. We got the
Damn,
Bulldog
bro.
in here. What's up, Bulldog? What's going on, Bulldog? Bulldog, we robbing that jewelry store tonight or what? Let's get this shit, baby. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. But what do you think, Tony? What do you think? What does Boston Breach do? What do they think? Or what do
I
you think
really
they should
don't
do?
know. I mean,
That's a weird one. That's a weird one.
I mean,
That's a really weird one.
like, what are we talking about? Like,
Well, listen, people
they're
in the
not
chat
going
are
to
saying
champs.
Cammy. Okay, listen, people saying in the chat are saying Cammy. If you're Cammy, do you take that? If you're Cammy, do you go to Boston?
I don't know. Honestly, I think
that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
I think here's the way people think about it. Like, it's easy to say like, oh, why would so and so accept an offer? At the end of the day, they'd get to play in the pro portion at Major 4 and EWC. Like, they're already not going to champs, right? Like, Challenger
right.
champs is different. You know what I mean? Like, they're already not going to champs.
Yeah.
So a lot of players aren't thinking in that lens of like, oh, I'm not going to join that team because they can't go to champs. Most of the teams you join can't go to champs at this point, right? Unless you get picked up to one of like a G2, for example.
Donnie said ProLuke got an offer from Surge and he refused it. What do you think? I mean,
Really?
I mean that's what Donnie said apparently. I've seen that a couple times in my chat as well. I've seen that a couple times. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think that if we knew the full context of what that Surge team was, we would understand why ProLuke probably declined. Because locking yourself into a team that's not very good is just.
Why would EWC be a guarantee if you join a pro team?
See what the deal
Don't all
is.
the pro teams go, Ben?
I mean, bro,
Yo, Jay,
EWC
thank
is
you
a
for the
big
gift,
event,
bro. I appreciate
but
it.
You could also make it to EWC with your challengers team. Like, for instance, ProLuke might think that his Bush team is better than Vancouver, which is not a long shot. Bush might be better than Vancouver. They might be better. ProLuke might think that he has a better chance with the Bush than he does joining Vancouver and trying to figure out what's going on with the Vancouver Surge, right? So it's like, you know, it puts Byron in a weird situation. What's going on, Donnie? Donnie, apparently you said that ProLuke declined the Vancouver spot. Is that true? Confirm.
Oh, wait, I thought he just said it himself.
No, no, he's not in my chat. Apparently, Donnie said that. That's what my chat was saying. Like, apparently, Donnie said that.
See, I don't know, because I do think it's situational. Like, if I'm ProLuke, I might, I don't know. I guess Bush is unique, right? Like, he's actually, you know,
Donnie said, I didn't say that. What the fuck? What the am I being lied to? Am I being fucking lied? There was multiple people in here.
Jerry, I'll call you after, bro.
Wait, what?
Wait, am I being lied to?
They said that I said he declined an offer?
Yeah, there was a few people in the chat. It wasn't even one guy. There was like 2 or 3 people.
Streaming. Where did they fucking hear me say that? I said after we won, I said I hope no one sketches for Surge or Boston because they can't make champs.
Hey, hey, can we scroll up? Hey, hold on a minute. Hold on. It was this guy right here. I just pinned his message. It was this guy. Hey, explain yourself, Zacchaeus. There was some other people who were saying it as well. Explain yourself, bro. I'm gonna put you on blast real quick. Where did you get that? Did you just randomly lie? Are you fucking lying?
Oh, he's confused. He's confused. I said someone turned down the offer. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. It wasn't ProLuke. It wasn't ProLuke.
Oh, so somebody did turn down an offer.
He's tweaking. Yeah.
Okay, so you said somebody turned down the offer.
Yeah, someone turned down a offer, but it wasn't from the Surge.
Oh, okay. It was Cloud9.
No.
Oh, it wasn't Cloud9 either?
No. You can keep guessing, though, and I'll say yeah.
Okay, Boston?
No.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. It had to be one of those teams. Had to be one of those teams at the bottom. You know, I know Cloud9 was reaching out to some of my players as well, and they declined as well. Nobody wanted to go to C9. Nobody wanted to go there. Which, I mean, can you really blame him? Not really. Even though I did hear
that's why people don't tell me anything anymore, because like I'm just a content, like I'm a sellout now. Like I just leak shit.
But I did hear that Cloud9 is upping their salaries from 2K to 4K.
That's a W.
That's kind of a W. Next year, though. Not this year. Not this year. Next year. I'm hearing that next year, like people are signing
next year.
Like there might be contracts that people are getting offered where like they're locked in for See, the problem is nobody wants to sign a 1+1 with Cloud9. Nobody wants to do that. But the positive of that is that the 1+1 that's being put to the table apparently is like, instead of it being 2,000, you start with 2,000, but then going into next year, you go up to 4,000. So, I don't know exactly what Cloud9's plans are or what they're trying to do, but at least they're raising it. I mean, at least they're raising it a little bit, chat, right? Like, 4K is better than 2K. 4K a year? No, not 4K a year, guys. 4K a month, right? Because right now they're on 2K a month. So I'm saying they're going to raise it to 4K a month, right? 4,000 a month times, I guess 12 for the year. I mean, it's 48 grand. I feel like the league is what, like 8 months? So it's more, it's going to be looking more like, oh shit, I fucked it up. It's going to be looking more like this,
30.
you know what I mean? It's going to be more like 32 grand, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just not, it depends. It depends what else, like what other offers people get, like what other offers they get and shit.
They don't have a facility, right?
Yeah.
30,
No, I don't
32
think so.
grand in 8 months. If you're like a kid, like high living at home, no bills, you can make that work.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. You got no bills, you can for sure make that work. If you got bills, that shit is nothing. You are doomed. You got bills, it's GG's with that shit. That shit is done for.
I mean, you can maybe make it work, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough.
Yep.
I mean, that's 32K. I mean, that's gonna be hard. I mean, you can make it work though.
If you just have no bills, if you have no bills, you can make it work. If you have bills, how can you make that with bills?
Dude, I'm such a huge fan of yours, but your weird infatuation with Wake is fucking absurd. Is that what you think happened? Like, do you think I just... Listen, I get it, guys. Once again, I mean, I completely understand where you guys are coming from. I do. You've been gassing him for a while? Yes, I do think Wake is nasty. I do think Big Joe is disgusting. I do. I agree with the fact that I do think he makes us the most competitive version of this team right now. I agree with that. But I didn't just snap my fingers and Big Ben, what do you think, Ben? The hell is this shit so dark? What the hell? Guys, I want to once again reiterate, it was a collective team change. Like, this is the unfortunate side of roster changes where I'm happy for you guys to send it all my way, but once again, there were a lot of team talks and conversations. Black Rose, how you doing? Dropped an up-and-coming pro for recycled. Guys, there's a reason Swooty's still with us. What's your opinion on it? My opinion on the change is that I do think it makes our respawn better and more consistent. I'm a tiny bit worried about the search and destroy. That's my honest opinion of it. But at the same time, our S&D was not... I mean, we lost both S&Ds in that Carolina series. Like, we were on like a 15-game overload losing streak. Sensible Gambino with a prime for 9 months. Welcome back. What are you talking about? I mean, our overload was abysmal. We were on a 15-game overload losing streak. I mean, we have not been able to figure out the mode. People sleeping on Demon Joe's in? Ben, I know. But I understand why. I've been gassing up Wake for a while. A lot of people have always disagreed with my belief in him. I think people also view this as like me just throwing Joe onto our team. But once again, that's not really how team changes happen. Hopefully Swooty isn't too sad and looks on the bright side of being backed by the best organization. Listen, I've talked to Swooty a lot, right? He's obviously disappointed to not be on the roster, but he also is excited for the future. Joe is the best AR you could have picked up, bar me or Diamond Con. Loan me Swooty? Jerry, Swooty is able to play with whoever he wants to play with, Jerry. What, you want him on the shrub? We can't gas Swoot the way he was and then drop him for pro points crazy. Once again, guys, the pro points thing is a reason, but it's not the reason. I do think it's important that top 4 are the only people that qualify for champs. Or barring the one team that does qualify via winning the last chance qualifier. Yeah, Jerry, top four seeds auto qualifier and then auto qualify, and then one final spot goes to a team that wins the LCQ. Augie with a resub for 48 months. Thank you, bro. Sucks you have to take all the blame. Hey, listen, I signed up for the good and the bad, man. I totally understand and I get it. Not further cook. Listen, I knew I was gonna get cooked today, man. You think I didn't know what today was gonna look like? It's not my ideal day. Trust me when I say that. Bro, why did this okay, there we go. Dr. Drew with a big 5. Thank you, Dr. Drew. I appreciate you. I should pick up Jay Lito. He's next up. Jay, you trying to play challengers, bro? Can I link you to Dallas stats? It's a Google spreadsheet. Wake had a 1.5 in overload. Guys, Wake is a great player. And if you disagree with me, that's fair, right? This was not a decision where I'm like, oh, we're getting Wake. This was a decision where the team really wanted to play with Big Joe. Oh my God, Gentlemate's bought out lyrics? There's no way. Careful, Tony, that thread is the black box. Once you open it, you can't go back. This one? I mean, I expect it all. I expect it all. This is not... I can't take anything personally here. I understand how much... I respect everyone's passion, bro. I share the same passion. I love this shit. How was Wake played this year bad? Like, that's just not true, though. I'm all for a good objective conversation here. Wow, Reddit's actually being... What is this song?
Maybe they're not. Well, some of these teams don't buy it. They won't
they're
spend
not
anything.
trying to pay.
Yeah, no, some of these teams, Donnie, they'll be like, "Yo, we want this guy, but we're not paying a thing." So you either holding him. Are you holding him back or what? Not if they don't have the money,
that's what
no,
teams do
Rafi,
now.
Rafi, these motherfuckers don't even. Sometimes you got a player in a contract, and they're like, "Listen, we're not paying for this guy." And then the player comes to you, and it's like, "Okay, well, listen, are you gonna hold me back?" And you're like, "Ah, man, like I don't want to hold you back, but what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out Ravens, peasants. What the fuck, Aroma? Yo, Gabe, what the fuck, bruh?
What up, Don?
Yo, what's good, Rambo? What's up, Rambo
Good,
Ray?
Don.
Yeah, so Carolina, hearing some rumors there, with the one-person change. And then we're hearing Vancouver dropping a whole team. I have no idea what they're doing. Boston Breach.
Big Bang with a resub for 9 months. Big Bang,
up.
thank you. I appreciate
Cloud
you, bro.
9 picking up Wevy for
They're ignoring
Okies.
you? Huh? All I did was say
Falcons
what's up
aren't
to Don.
changing.
You talking to me?
Miami, just wait. That's
Wait,
all I'll
wait,
say.
Miami, just
bro,
wait.
Y'all's in, bro. Y'all's
Just wait. Just wait.
Ski Walker with a
I heard there
resub
might
for
be some shit,
35. Welcome
maybe.
back,
I
Ski
don't wanna
Walker.
confirm that though, but
I mean, that's the only thing they could do. The only options they basically have are Snoopy, Eric Boom, and Riel.
right. That's right.
Okay, so I mean,
I'm not sure about Miami, so I don't want to say anything without being sure. Well, I told you guys they were making a change for the first time, or they were doing that shit the first time, or they were picking up Riel shit. I was 100% positive. Miami right now, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, but I've heard some shit, man. I've heard some shit. That's all I'll say. D2, silence. Radio, silence. I don't know what the fuck's going on in that camp. They probably should change, but I don't know.
bro, who are Surge getting?
Oh, Bepsy asked, when are you back in LA, boss? Oh, Bepsy, I was just talking to Zach. We're doing dinner, bro. I'm back in LA on Tuesday, the 26th. All right, we're Bepsy, me, you, Zach Catterall. We're getting a squad. We're doing dinner. I don't give a fuck. All right, matter of fact, I'm not gonna
Yo, what
eat
up,
till
Ethan?
then.
How you
I'm not
doing,
gonna
bro?
eat till then, Bepsy.
Hello.
I'm not gonna eat till then. Absolutely.
What's up, Ray?
All right, that's what I'm fucking talking about. What's up? What's up, Rambo Ray? What's up, bro? Yo, what's happening, bro?
How you gonna tease the chat like that?
Because I'm
Damn.
not 100% sure, right? So I can't just throw shit out there if I'm not 100%.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I will say I've heard some things, right? Well, who are you talking about in general? You're talking about Miami?
Yeah. That's the one you were teasing.
Where's
I mean,
Benjay at?
I mean, bro, I heard some shit, bro. I heard some shit. Benjay's on a golf. We had a flank call with Eric Anderson and shit, and Benjay was on the golf course, and Eric was so mad. He's like, "Dude, why are you golfing during a meeting?" Like
I mean,
Eric
people do
asked
that,
him.
though.
He thinks he's him. He
Yeah,
thinks he's
but
him for
Ray,
that.
Eric kept asking him questions, and it'd be 15, 20 seconds of
Yeah.
silence.
Well, if he's not answering,
He's
that's a
not
problem.
answering.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
that's a
fucking
problem.
answering.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that's a
and then
problem.
and
Yeah,
then and then after 30 seconds, he'd be like, "My bad. I just hit a drive."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Bro, can you fucking lock the fuck in? We're in the middle of a fucking meeting." And
Yeah,
then Ben's like, "It's a nice day outside. I don't know what you want from me. I've had this scheduled." And then Eric was like, "Bro, you could have
Wait.
scheduled this an hour before. You
Wait,
could have scheduled this at any time. We had the same meeting every week at the same time, every Thursday, same time." You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
tough.
what are you doing? No, fucking Benjay, man. This guy, man. This fucking guy.
I mean, I've had some friends who are.
Will Man with a tier 1 for 10 months. Will Man, welcome back to Zit
Zit
City. Appreciate you,
They'll
Will
like
Man.
skip a few shots or something if they're in like an important part of the meeting and they have to like say something.
Yeah, no, 100%. He was not skipping shots. He was out there just, he was locked in. He was locked in.
He's
right?
locked. He's locked.
He
You
was
gotta
locked
respect the
in for
lockness,
sure.
though. He was
No,
locked.
100%. You know what I mean? Hey, Ray, did you hear anything?
I probably haven't. I mean, I've heard some things, but probably the stuff repeatable of what you have heard. I don't really like talk to people that are within it right now. There's really no
Yeah.
point. It doesn't.
Hey, Smacks,
doesn't
enjoy the
affect me
game,
at
bro.
all, so.
I'm jealous
Yeah,
you're
I'm gonna
there,
be
man.
honest,
I am.
everything that I know, I feel like I've said. You know, between Cloud9, Wevy's going there for Farokas, Boston, Nasty's dropped. I have no idea who they're picking up. I feel like they're looking right now. I feel like they're still trying to decide that. Vancouver, I heard they're building around Lunars. I heard everybody's gone besides maybe Nero. Nero might stay, but I heard Gwyn and TJ are gone.
Yeah, Lunars is
Carolina,
staying.
huh?
Lunars definitely staying.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
Carolina.
the only part
I
I was
know-
hoping to hear from is someone calling for my name, but that didn't
Yeah,
happen, so-
Ray, when are you dusting off the jersey, bro? What's going on there?
Right, they gotta get Rambo back in there, bro. Ray's gotta get back in there, man. He's gotta get back in there. These teams could use Raymond. They could use him. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest with you. Carolina, they're changing. They're making a one-person change. You know what I mean? I know some teams are looking at Standy. I can see Standy going to Carolina. I might have heard some things. Maybe not. Buyout Falcons, they're not changing. I don't think they're changing. It's been utter silence over there too. I don't think they're changing. Miami, I've heard some shit, but you know, I don't know 100% to actually confirm or deny it. You know what I mean? I've heard some shit. You know what I mean? I've heard some shit over there. Okay, and then G2, silence. I don't know what they're doing. Toronto's staying the same. Thieves are staying the same. FaZe is staying the same. Optics staying the same. Genamates are making a change for Nasty. That's pretty much all I know right now.
Wait, is that confirmed? Byron going to Jamates?
Yeah, yep. That's confirmed.
Oh, Byron Nasty.
They've been saying free Byron. You know what else has been confirmed? Well, that Lurks Lurks and Neptune could have been a duo, but Carolina wants 6 figures for Lurks and they're holding him. Isn't that fucking insane, Ray? Ray, isn't that fucking insane?
I mean,
you're holding a rookie from going to Call of Duty champs, and you still could have got but you still could have got money for him, just not 6 figures. You haven't even paid the guy 6 figures. You haven't even paid that much out to him.
So here's the stance. I'm not saying this applies anymore because obviously some of the money that's being paid some of the players isn't nearly what it was before. But in the past, every time there's been trying attempts of getting players moving in the middle of the season, the numbers have always been astronomical. Because the mentality of a team is that, again, it's a little different in this case because Carolina is probably not going to make champs. They still have an outside chance, but most likely not. So you could argue their season's kind of over in a way. So them getting something, the teams want something that will help them rebuild or build up their following changes. So it's like for example, if I'm Carolina and like Mates comes in, is like they want Lurks and Mates willing to offer them what? Like let's just give a 50K number. What does 50K really do for Carolina? Does that do anything for them?
No, but I don't think 100K does anything for them either. They're
Hasi said they're testing Hacienda Hardpoint, Meltdown, and Sake Search.
No, I get you. I mean, it's just the teams are looking to get something in return that they feel is worth their time to move that player. Again, I'm not advocating for that number being right or wrong. It's just more how it's been. This is Empire. Early on, we were trying to get Nep from Florida when Nep was having his first start in the league, and Florida was asking for something that's quite worse than what you've heard for this guy. So,
I mean, Roman made a good point. Won't pay $2,000 in buyouts, but we'll ask 6 figures for their players. I mean, it's definitely, it's just, listen, if they were,
I just feel bad for Lurks.
Yeah, I feel bad for him too, because I feel like Lurks is a good opportunity to like actually go and compete with a top team and actually make a run at one of these tournaments, and he's kind of being held back.
Bro, if it's Gentlemates, that's a team that is a contending team. Like it's not just
a big brand as well. It's also a big
go ahead, Ray.
Team as well.
I struggle with the contract that some of these guys are signing for the teams that are like definitely far from guaranteed to compete at a high level. Like if you're signing for like an Optic, a FaZe, Thieves, like even Gentlemates, since they're giving you a decent amount of cash, like Toronto, like there are teams in the league that you sign for that you kind of know, like you're gonna have a chance to make some prize money at the very least to make it worth your time. But there are a few organizations in the past few years that haven't really shown capable, or at least not directionally gone in places that like, okay, this is a team that I know I'm going to have success with. And these guys are signing deals that kind of lock them in a way. Like, I'm not saying there's an obvious way around it. And I'm sure some of these teams are probably not even willing to kind of discuss the deals because they feel like the players don't really have a choice to take him in some cases.
100%.
But at the same time, as a player, you got to protect yourself, bro. Like I think that's kind of like the move we're seeing now is a lot of players are just refusing to join the league, which like a couple of years ago, if that happened, everyone would call you stupid. Like now it's in a way it's reasonable for some of these guys because they don't want to get stuck in a place where sure you're in the league, but if you're in the league to lose or not even really have a chance at winning, that's when it's kind of like,
Yeah,
well,
it's situational depending on the player and the situation. Because you also look at somebody like Nezra. I mean, he was rumored to get offers from other teams, right? And he's somebody who realistically, like, was he gonna get an offer from another CDL team from being in challengers? Like,
before
maybe
being
not.
challenged, yeah, no, 100%.
Right. So it's like he gets himself in the league. Maybe it's not granted, it's not with the best team, but if he gets himself in the league, performs individually, he could work his way up to a better team. And now, boom, he's on a good team.
I mean,
Right. So it's like it depends. It
yeah, no,
depends.
100. I mean, every entry player, like amateur guy, is gonna have to take a, let's just call it a hit for the lack of a better term, but they have to go through the ropes of like the rookie contract per se, and then if they build up off that and they prove their worth, then once they're free from that, then they can start actually like having a chance to win. It just sucks because I feel like there's so many like young guys now that are like more ready than ever to win almost right away.
Yeah.
And I get in a situation like that where they can't really like get out of it.
Yeah, true. It's true. I mean, these contracts and from what I've heard, a lot of these teams, but you guys still hear me, right? My fucking monitor just went blank.
Right.
A lot of these teams, bro, they won't even give you an option to have like a contract to the end of the year. Where like it's a 1+1 or we're just gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
like
that's their
oof,
dream.
man, like that sucks. Cause like even like I was talking to some of the Stallions players, I'm sure you know who I was talking to, right, about this because
Yes,
you know he
of
was offered
course.
something.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like,
had
okay,
discussion.
well, can you get a contract to where like you can go to like fucking Major 4 and EWC and then you're good, right? Like you sign like a 2-3 month contract, or is it like and it's like no, it's like a 1+1, take it or leave it.
Yeah, I had the same
And I'm like, all right,
conversation
well,
about it. How like that's like there's a certain level of deal that's probably worth taking because if you feel like you can prove yourself and like you might get another opportunity that's worth taking, but if you restrict yourself based on the deal they're giving you, then that could be more hurtful than good. It's just
right.
I told Cap to take a 14-day, and then Teach was just like, "Bro, what? We're not gonna give him a 14-day."
Yeah, it just doesn't happen. I think we've seen it before though, so you can ask for it. I don't know what that noise is, by the way. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
sorry, that was me cleaning my glasses. That's my bad.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It's possible that they do offer this, but I just feel like I haven't seen it in a while where people are offering like 2-week deals or certain deals.
I think part of the problem is that there are basically 3 or 4 clear-cut teams now who are in the field of picking up, trying to find the diamonds in the rough, trying to find the new mercs per se. And they're not just gonna find a new merc to give him to another team or like let him off for free. So all those guys are kind of forced to sign these deals that I don't want. Let's just use the word trap, but that are engaging them for longer than just the season. Like it's just, I mean, you would do the same thing if you're a GM of a team of one of those teams,
100%.
Yeah,
like there's
I
no
would too,
way,
yeah.
there's no other way around it. Like it doesn't make sense for you to just give a player a chance for him to go elsewhere after. Like
Yeah.
Now we're
That's why I
banning
don't feel
people
bad
when
for
Zin.
Larry's.
Wait, who got
You say you feel
banned?
bad for Larry. I don't feel bad for Larry's. Look at Joe. Joe, that's why, bro. I swear that's why Toronto's not dropping insight, bro. Joe's just like, fuck it. Let me just be happy to be here this last year, and next year I'm about to get paid. He's about to get paid.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
about to
wait,
get
no one
fucking
got
paid.
banned.
Bro,
What are
he's
you
about to
guys
get-
talking
the
about?
biggest contract of his life next year.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you
he had
like
to go
somebody
through hell.
said,
He had to play with LAG and fucking all type of like trash ass teams to finally like literally become the best player in the game. Damn near. Now he's about to get paid.
yeah, like somebody in the community said, do people actually think Ravens will let their
Oh,
best
Scotty
player go
got
for
timed
peanuts
out.
when he's
If
on
you can
contract
untime him
next
out,
year as well? I mean, I wasn't gonna say let him go for
they're making you
peanuts.
tweak
They
Zin.
could let him go
Zin,
for a
don't
good
worry
deal,
about it.
just
Listen,
100K, I feel like was just
I
kind of
understand.
crazy, but
100K is a lot.
that's
I
a
don't know.
lot.
Is it though? Like that's kind of like again, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like just looking at the other side of it. Put yourself in their shoes. Like,
But how much have they
is just such a
invested into
shit
him?
org, bro.
I'm-
Ravens
I
I'm
think,
not-
I think it
so
depends.
ass.
Right, I think it depends how much they've invested into him, right? Like how much money have they invested into him, and it's definitely nowhere near 100K.
well, let's just say okay, then
I don't think it is. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be
No,
wrong.
think of it that way. Sure, think of it in terms of investing. But again, are we saying I'm just gonna let you cover what I've paid for him so far, and then I'm just gonna go pick up someone else and have to pay
Oh,
them
yeah, that's
similar to
true.
what he's playing, and he's not as good? Like, nah, bro, I brain dead. Like
Yeah.
you got to pay him what you feel is worth. That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you never know, right? I mean, Falcons can come knocking at the door at the end of the offseason and, spend even more than 100K,
Yeah.
right? That's
No,
so
100%.
Carolina's probably sitting there like, yo, if we have a diamond in the rough, we have a good player here. I mean, we could make a big bang for our buck here. But,
You know,
it obviously sucks for Lurks, but I mean, that's business, right? Like contracts are contracts.
but
These guys don't, these motherfuckers don't care. They care
Why
about
has
making
this
money,
guy
bro. It's a
not been
business to
sent to
them.
the moon at this
But the Bayern
point?
situation's
Because
already
at the
done. Does that
same
move-
time,
who's
I
Sid's moving to a
understand
sub then? I would
people
guess
That's
being
exactly
upset
the rumor.
about
Yeah.
moves like this. Like, once again, I don't want to just wipe the chat and ignore it. Like, I want to talk to you guys about it. Once again, it's a collective team decision that is what it is.
Or now.
Yeah. No,
So,
I'm
like,
sure he was already running a
eh,
sub before in some situations.
Yeah, exactly.
anyway,
Like he
right?
was probably already running it before. Like that's what I was even saying with G2. Like we were talking about G2 making roster changes. Bro, you could theoretically pick up another sub and keep Kremp and Esdrill, right? And then like make it work. Like maybe rotate one of the ARs or something. But the game is just like it's way different now. It's just the way that it's played. You're looking at minimum 3 subs, sometimes 4.
I mean, for what it's worth, Bayern was a sub before, and like part of the reason why I thought so highly of him is because he understood both roles so well. Like he has a very good brain and understanding of situationals and like switching to the guns.
Can you say why Wake instead of Swoot, or why the change that isn't pro points? I mean, it's this situation where Swooty is still with the Huntsman, and I don't want to sit here and speak negatively of any of our current players or former players. Like, I can tell you it was a team decision. When we get into the specifics behind certain things, I don't think so. Hey, Guns, welcome back to Zen City. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Zen has criticized exactly that. Politicking type shit, I respect it. I don't think it's politicking protecting our players. I don't think that's politics. I think that's just the way you act in a team environment is. Can you tell us why the team is heading in this direction of recycling talent? I mean, I get wanting instant results per se, but I want to see it. I want to see a team and individuals grow. How transparent can you be? Yeah, 100%. I mean, look at. So we started off with Neem and Kips, right? Obviously, a pretty insane roster. Those guys go to a winning team and also a team that's placing top 3. We then gave Rispy more time on the second team. Tried to build a new roster, tried making things work. Unfortunately, it didn't work. And then we came to the realization that it's not that easy to constantly pick up brand new talent and contend for championships, right? And also with Major 4 coming up, roster locks coming up, champs and EWC coming up, fielding the best possible roster right now is what we want to do. We want to make sure that Huntsmen are at champs and EWC. Would there be a buyout? No. Swooty can play with whoever team he wants. Canadian Tuna with a resub for 17. Thank you. Giving up on developing players? No, but there's a reason why Swooty's still with the Huntsman. I don't think we're giving up on developing talent, but we don't really have the luxury of time right now. Zin, avoid a headache? No, I don't get to avoid this, bro. I'm not trying to avoid anything. I mean, once again, I signed up for the good and the bad, and today is one of those situations where I completely understand people's discontent. I completely understand. So I'm not gonna sit here and fucking ignore everything. I'm trying to give you guys as much as I can without going too far and you sound like a Destiny 2 developer. I don't get that. Nico Harrison is crazy.
Bro, what is this, bro? What am I being linked for? Oh, they're sending me the ninja diffuse, bro. No way, bro. Let's take a look
That was
at
a
it.
good moment.
This is fucking insane, bro. This is fucking crazy. Bro,
This game was so good.
This game was good. Like the Codcaster was ass though.
It was bad. It was bad. It definitely hurts the rewatchability of some of these old games.
The quality wasn't this bad back in the day, right? I don't think it was.
These two games, this and Ghost, is why Ant thinks he's like so godlike still to this day.
Who Nameless?
Yeah, Nameless, yeah.
This was his shit, bro.
Oh man.
This is in a nightclub. Yeah, it was like in the basement of I can't remember exactly. It wasn't. I don't think it was fully a basement, but
Testing Hacienda Hardpoint, Meltdown,
one
and
beat
Sake Surge. I actually love
yeah,
that
one
though.
before Ninja Diffuse.
Yo,
I would love to
And
see
it was
them all
a-
come
It
in.
was on a side station, so we had like crowd behind us that were trying to like they were doing a
Nah, no
decent
Meal
job, but
Team
they were
6
definitely
tonight,
giving
guys. No
something
Meal Team
away,
6
like-
tonight. Get Plaza
Bro,
out of
this is
here,
fucking
bro. I'm like
comedy, bro.
against Plaza, but I also love watching
Ray,
Plaza.
what
I'm
were
sure you
thinking-
guys can
yeah, Ray,
agree.
what were you thinking in that moment, Ray?
I was literally looking at the three guys on my team and just like making sure they didn't react. Because again,
that
they're
was-
like we're on the other side of the screens, bro. Like they could see us. Like it was.
Yeah.
And the crowd behind us was kind of like starting to get rattled. So I can't remember exactly what I did, but I was like
shit,
trying to
bro.
like keep everyone calm.
Bro, now the crowd, see, that W crowd though, for not
You
like
coach
going,
me
like,
again,
ooh,
Zin?
like,
Jerry, I
like,
can,
like,
bro.
like,
They
not
weren't
Jerry, I
crazy,
can.
but
Not tonight, but
crazy.
soon.
now in
Jerry, I
today's
can. They're
game,
calling me.
I
They're
don't
calling
know
me
if you
Zinni
do that, bro.
Harrison, Jerry.
There's no way. Yeah.
They're saying I'm Nico Harrison, Jerry. What do you think?
Game, they're on stage with white noise and shit now. Like they
I mean,
like,
you
but you
still-
still hear it though.
you still hear
yeah,
it,
you
feel
still
it,
hear
yeah.
it. No, you definitely.
This is
still
what
hear
I
that
call
shit,
sad
for
day,
sure.
bad
Dame
day,
was the
Jerry.
Fucking goat though. It's actually insane, bro.
That was a gross play.
Guys, I think I'm gonna hop out of here, play some games. I mean, I don't think there's anything else. Chat, did I miss anything? I mean, we've been talking about Rostermania for 2 hours. I feel like we got everything. I don't know, like, I'm sure we're gonna hear more on who these guys are picking up because I don't know what Vancouver's doing. I don't know what Boston's doing. Heard some things about Miami. G2's been silent. Obviously, this whole Swooty thing that kind of sucked. We talked about that. We talked about Swooty, guys. We talked about it. I mean, it is what it is. I feel bad for him, but you know, if Huntsman think they're better off picking somebody else up and picking up Big Wake, and that's who they think is better for their team, then I mean, you know, that's kind of just how the industry goes, bro. You know, Swooty will bounce back. Another hurdle for him, but you know, he keeps that gas pedal down. He'll get back in there. Soka and Swag Check, team of two. Yeah, I seen Soka's trying to get into multiplayer, but these Warzone guys, I gotta say this. They bullshit, bro. They always tweet out, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking compete and this and that." Bro, you ain't fucking competing. You guys keep tweeting this, but you don't actually do it. Because if you're actually doing it, I'd be watching. If Soko was playing Challengers and was in a Challengers Cup, I would watch him. I would watch to see like what he's doing. They don't actually do it. Like they actually just don't fucking do it. So like, you know, they be bullshitting. Soko would actually be good too. You know, he's actually nasty. Like Soka's actually good as fuck, and he's also just got a good mentality. Like he
Got that
brings a lot of
dog,
energy.
too.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
just
does,
win?
bro.
Didn't he win the Warzone?
Get his
shit?
ass,
Yeah, he
Cat.
did, and he almost knocked
What
out
is
60.
Sutton
He was
in
thinking
here?
about throwing a right hand. You could tell he almost threw it, bro. He almost fucking threw it.
He knocked him out virtually. Almost knocked him
Cap,
out.
tell me how you really
No,
feel.
dead ass, bro. Dead ass.
Crazy 1-2 combo.
Be like that sometimes. Be like that.
Yo, Cap, tell me how you really feel.